Yo, 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 what's up, you beautiful sons of bitches? Today we're going to be talking about some more we're just going to be talking about some, no, it's not VHS horror. It's like just, it's not analog horror. Well, it could be analog horror, but we're going to be talking about found footage horror. Some movies that I really like and I think you should watch. They're, honestly, they're not niche anymore. This isn't a niche reference, niche meme. But yeah, this is just some movies I think you should watch if you have the time, if you're bored. Hey, some of them can even be found on YouTube. So yeah, let's just get into the video now. Okay, so as always, if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Also, major spoilers for the movies that we're gonna be talking about, because yeah, we're gonna go into detail. But if you just want the recommendations, just go into the link in the description. Just make sure you like and subscribe, you sons of bitches. All right, let's go now. Okay, the first video we're going to be talking about is a video I have in physical form, which is Borderlands. I think I just went off camera, which is Borderlands, and it's a pretty good film that is about a lot of things that we're going to get into right now, which is it's about a group of people who are miracle I don't know, miracle truthers, I don't know. Miracle finding out if you lied and put some like boxes in the sound behind the what is it called, whatever fucking thing, wall, and you're making their shit up. But yeah, so the movie is about basically a bunch three people who go and find out if miracles that are claimed to be from God, religious in Christianity, are true. So something moves, or a stigmatism where there's holes in your hands, or just like shit like that. So we get Gray, um, fuck, I don't know, the glasses guy, the techie guy. We get Mark, the stuck up. But these three investigate a church which has been showing signs of miracles. A video has popped up and has gone viral. So the church has came to go to check up on everything to make sure that everything that is being said is true. Because like if people claim that it's a miracle when it's not, it's kind of like deliberately making it look shit. It's like making the church look bad, making everything that um that you stand for look bad. Like, oh, if this is a miracle, then some guy who is just pulling a wire with a cup could just be a miracle in some people's eyes. So it's to vehemently just get on their ass saying, hey, we're gonna check this out just because we don't know if you faked this shit or not. And so it's just Gray and the tech guy for the beginning, where they're setting up the cameras, going around the building, making sure, seeing if there's anything that is weird. And yeah, that's the beginning. But there is a lot of things that stands out, which I really find interesting. Like what like once he gets the documents about certain church leaders beforehand, or how what's it called, in the beginning of the movie we actually don't see them investigating the church. We see Gray by himself investigating another church, which will come back to play later, which is because which isn't we'll explain later. So then Mark comes, the stuck-up priest, who is vehemently getting on Gray's ass for past actions, and also because he started the investigating without the lead, which was him. So after that, they go back to the church, they do some more investigating, they check out more, they close down the church to make sure that nothing can operate without them. And it's basically these four versus like versus the world, it feels like, because like the teenagers, like the priest, the teenagers around are stuck up cunts who kill a sheep just to fucking make fun of, I don't know, like, haha, we killed a sheep. Yeah, Irish folk. It could be Scottish, but everything in this film is really based on faith. Like when you think of a certain figure in history, or like if you think of Jesus, we were never we were never able to see the acts of Jesus. So when we believe in God, that's like a question to like your act of faith, because when you are going out and saying, yeah, I believe this without seeing evidence or proof, it's you being faithful in that act. So it's like, how, like, when we believe in one God, what does it mean when other, does that mean that others exist? Does that mean because you're so faithful that you believe in certain things that, my dog's being a weirdo. When you believe in certain things, how does uh how does other things that could have meaning not a fair fit, but at the same time it's weird. But it's really interesting going through it. It's not just like this horror piece, like, oh, jump scare, all the other bullshit. Eventually, after being the priest that runs the church, and what's it called, is being confronted by Mark, goes onto a roof, is haunted because he doesn't know what happened to cause the miracle. Everything's going to shit. There's baby noises. It's fucking crazy. And then what happens next is preacher throws himself off the building for in regret in what he has found. Afterwards, Mark calls off the investigation, and then Gray, believing that something is amiss in this church, as he goes back to check on it, becomes haunted and like has visions of the preacher who took his own life, and other visuals that I find really cool, to constantly be at his door, beckoning him to come back and investigate more. And once he does come back, he does find sigils and things that aren't of the church. So eventually he calls not eventually, pretty soon after doing this and arriving back to their place of stay, he calls like a former teacher of his to come and do some sort of like a banishing ritual, which Mark is vehemently against. And as they finish up the banishing ritual, everything goes to shit. Mark and the person who is watching over them, not watching over them, the former teacher of Gray and Mark, was it called, being possessed, and also Mark is possessed. So Gray and the tech guy have to go into catacombs that were beneath the church to find them. And as they do, it keeps on getting narrower, finding things of the past where children are being sacrificed and other shit like that. And then eventually, once they get to a narrow tunnel, they try to crawl through it, but not being able to fully get their way through. They try to go back, but the tunnel has closed off. Stomach acid has filled their port where they're stuck, and they're burning. And the final couple of seconds of the film is Gray praying for forgiveness and hoping that praying and doing his final rites, because he knows that this is the end, which I think makes it a really cool movie. I really like it. But let's go into the next film, because we technically have two more, but then the fourth one I've talked about it before, but it's on a separate YouTube channel. So yeah, and I don't know if that's still up, but yeah, here you go. Talk about the next one, which is Savageland. Savageland is a weird one because it's a mockumentary where it's like a documentary in this universe where this thing happened, but at the same time, no, it never happened. It's not real, but it's in a way that I haven't seen done before, because the horror isn't visual. You're not seeing all the monsters and everything that comes to haunt the people or terrorize the people of the story, which begins in Arizona, where I live, which is pretty cool. I like seeing media in Arizona for some reason, because I live here. I want it to be more represented, but fuck it, let's keep going forward. Yeah, so Arizona, small town of like 100 is massacred during the night, and no one can figure out why, until this Mexican bloke is covered in blood and found by walking away from the town, and is apprehended. And afterwards, he is fully getting blamed for what happened in the town, which is which, because he's an immigrant, is some immigrant fear that is being used by certain people to get behind their beliefs of what happened that night. Because technically, what happened that night, a lot of people wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't fucking believe it to an extent, but if I had certain evidence that would come up later, I probably would believe it. So yeah, so he is charged with the murder of all these people, and eventually is sentenced to death. But then a what's it called, a book writer comes and looks through everything, and as a camera roll from the Mexican, we're gonna call him the Mexican, is found. Then afterwards, before he was set to death, the book writer goes and tries to get him released using this as evidence, but not even his lawyer believes it's true, because it seems so fantasy-like that it doesn't make sense. Everyone is against this, against saying, hey, he did this. No one believes that the camera footage, that the photos that he took of the night of the massacre, which we're gonna explain now, because after a while he is sentenced and put to death because of the actions of that night. I don't think is his fault, but yeah, let's go more into it. So somebody recounts what happened during using the footage that was recovered by a truck driver or something. What would happen is a body of another Mexican illegal immigrant is found at the house of the first of our protagonist, I would say, of the story of the illegal immigrant. But he is found to be killed, having his he is found to be killed, and afterwards the Mexican that we're following goes and tries to get help for what he did in self-defense, I would assume. And he finds a man with a rifle and a crowd full of zombies. And that's what this is. It's like a zombie invasion, some sort of thing where this town, it has been huddled in with zombies, and they're just encroaching on these people and taking some to become zombies and some to just be killed and used as food. After a while, the guy with the gun is overrun by zombies, and they say in the court that that the Mexican overpowered him, but he's 6'2". The guy with the rifle is 6'2", and the Mexican's like 5'5", so I don't believe that. That's if you get overpowered and you're 6'2", and you're way more than him. Shush, Joji. I don't know how that would happen to you, but yeah, let's keep moving on. So he goes throughout the town trying to find help or trying to figure out what is going on. And as this is happening, he's taking pictures of the violence that's coming from the zombies themselves being huddled together. He tries to get to the only phone in the town somehow, which is at the gas station, but he finds zombies over there. And then he tries to get to his friends, which was the church, church preacher and his family, which became zombies, and the preacher had to kill, besides his daughter, which was at the preschool. So the Mexican tries to go to the preschool to help the daughter get out of there, but she is unfortunately stuck. And trying to stunt as the zombies are coming towards her, he uses the last bits of the camera roll to stop. To try to stun the zombies, which works, but he runs out of footage, causing the daughter to die, not being his fault, but because she was stuck in an area and he couldn't do anything about it. So afterwards, he picks up where he's last found, and he is accused of the murders somehow, even though he technically wouldn't be on track with some of these people. And it doesn't make sense how one guy can kill over 50 to 60 people. One guy killing 50 to 60 people with a rifle is very hard. It's very admittedly hard to do. But one guy without a rifle, without anything, doing all this is insane. Literally, it's insane. If anybody said, "Oh, this guy," if anybody said in history this guy killed over 100 people in one night, I would be fucking admittedly accusing of them of lying, because that's fucking impossible. No matter who the fuck you are, even if you have like 6 AR-15s, no fuck. Especially in America, we all have fucking guns. You're gonna get shot. You're gonna get shot. You're gonna get shot. You're not gonna be the only one doing shooting, especially in a rural town where the privacy and all the other bullshit comes with it. But yeah, and that concludes the story. He is blamed and then is sentenced to death. But we see what actually happens, which he feels so bad about that he became silent and not even speaking to his lawyer of what happened. So that's Savageland. Let's get into the next one, which is, I'm gonna remember. I don't think it's that one. There are two that I haven't felt like fucking recording, and there's a dog right in front of me, and you can know it's lower now. It's also the brightness is a little fucking not as bright as it used to be. So yeah, let's just get into the next movie that we're gonna talk about, which is Tunnel, which was a free movie. Everything, even though it's beautifully made, and I hope that fucking wherever that fucking noise is, I think my neighbors, they chopping up a body or something. But yeah, The Tunnel is a pretty good movie. It's a mockumentary about journalists who are investigating the Sydney tunnels, that used to be World War II bunkers, which now aren't. What's it called? Are just like homeless camps where homeless people have been living, because it's the space has been, no one's been fucking down, no one's really using it. So homeless people are like, hey, no one's using it, let me use it, and my legs are cramping, and fuck, oh shit, fuck, I'm trying to be on camera, but not like so much, so like I'm trying to be noticeable, but I don't know like how well this is gonna look. Hopefully it looks wood, but wood. But yeah, so this journalist, 4 people, one of them doesn't want to go. He was supposed to go to China, and because of the female lead, who is the lead of this investigation, being such a fuck up, that they had to cancel his China trip to fucking go with her to make sure she doesn't screw shit up. So under the guise that what's it called, that they're allowed to go into the tunnels, she tricks them and takes them into the tunnels, where they go over all the abandoned World War II bunker and shit. Everything they have laughs, they have goofs. It's until they decide to sound an alarm, where afterwards, hold on, my fucking dog has something in his mouth. It's a popsicle stick, fucking cunt. And after they sounded a World War II alarm, they decide to the audio person goes in another room, because it sounds like shit in that room as it's going off, so you can barely understand what's going on. So he goes into another room, and then he gets snatched. You hear what happens to him, but you don't get to see. As this is happening, they go and try to find him, but find nothing. I don't think they find the camera. They probably do, but they can continue to search for him until they realize that there's something in there with them, hunting them. A certain time when somebody leaves a camera on the ground, only to find that camera moved, and not like having a full picture of what it is. But I don't know what the monster is. I think it's supposed to be like some mutated thing, but I don't know. It could be a ghost or some other bullshit. But yeah, so now cat and mouse tale as old in time, where they're being hunted and they are continuously what's it called, cornered. But the thing is, it's scared of fucking light. So the ultimate weakness of this motherfucker is light for some fucking, well, that's why it's down here, because light, they're using that it doesn't like light as their advantage. But the security guard who told them not to go down there beforehand finds them down there and tries to take them back, but immediately he's fucking cremated and fucking taken and had his neck fucking snapped while after they're hiding. And then one of the guys get taken, but they fight back somehow. You know, like the thing is like super strong and like super fast and agile, but they were able to fight back for a little bit. And then they find a tunnel and one gets out, but one gets critically injured, dying as they are not saved by now, like fuck, what's it called, the railway system that's open, and everyone is that they're fine. So yeah, it's really cool. Like the monster is really like, it's oh fuck, I hope this thing isn't hello. Hopefully it's been doing that. Yeah, the monster is pretty cool. Everything, the scares are pretty cool. And yeah, I'm not gonna talk about our next one, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recommend you the next movie to go watch, which is the Poughkeepsie Tapes. That's gonna be the video. So yeah, goodbye. Thank you for watching, and it's been good. I noticed that the second part of this bullshit, the second part was fucked up. Hopefully, you don't mind the visuals being shittier. But actually, I'm probably just gonna use like footage from the film, Savageland. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye. If you liked please like and subscribe. I'm gonna go now. So see ya. Bye.